Alright, wait a minute. Put up on yours. You can send it. Or did you? Alright.
About to get started here. Geraldo Perdomo getting ready to hit.
Geraldo Perdomo.
And the home opener is underway. Chases that one upstairs.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
On a line, base hit. So a man at first. Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Line drive, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Swings through that high fastball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground.
Struck him out looking. Here's Nolan Arenado. 2 on, 2 outs. chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Two on, two outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him looking. We go to the bottom of the first, and getting to start for Arizona, Rlhske. What do you have on him, Siggy?
He has a great ability to command a game, Boog, but in order for that to happen today, he's got to limit damage, make smart pitches, and avoid big innings. If he were a golfer, we'd say he needs to avoid any double bogeys out there, and if he does, his scorecard is going to look pretty good at the end of the day.
Jose Altuve digs in for the Guardians. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. The 0-1.
That's inside ball.
Back up the middle and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Snap throw. Altuve gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Ground ball could be two. Over to Perdomo. That's one. On to Santana, two. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Next offering misses. Ball one. And there's a ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting started. Jorge Barrosa stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Williams, 26 years old, a former first-round pick in 2021. Well struck deep right field, way back and out of here. A solo shot, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And that one pulled foul. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. This is Corbin Carroll. There's a swing and a drive. Carrying well. Makes the catch up against the wall. Nice grab. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
What you want from me? Tell me what you want from me, and I'll give it to you. What you want from me? Tell me what you want from me.
We head to the bottom of the second. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Rlhske57.
Ball low. Ball.
The 2-1. That one is upstairs. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. That one misses.
That's ball
So a
four. Take
leadoff
your base.
walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He sends it out of here. And they add a pair. It's 2-1. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Bottom half of inning number 2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Back-to-back hits, and they were hit hard.
Batting seventh, right fielder, Andy Hahn.
Ball.
In the air, right field. Carroll settles under this one. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. One out man at first. Rlhske57 to the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. On the ground, could be 2. Here's Marte for 1. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning. Back now at Progressive Field. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Geraldo Perdomo. On the ground, and it's through for a hit.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Perdomo aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And here is Ildemaro Vargas. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. He'll score, and they've tied it.
Waste no time there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
Man at second. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Tied up here in the early going. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. So now it's Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball left side. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. As we go to the last of the third, stepping up for the Guardians, Bo Naylor. In the air to left center. Barossa should have this one. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Guardians, second baseman, Rlhske57.
Hard hit. Knocks it down. Throws to first. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
Ball.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Gurriel gets under it. That is the inning. Back here in Cleveland as we go to the top of the fourth. Jorge Barossa stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play.
Well, these Diamondbacks just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
0-1 gets a check swing. Appeal to third. No swing. The 1-1. Way out front for strike 2. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So up next, Corbin Carroll. Flied to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And it's through for a hit. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr. now gets a chance with 2 gone.
All over that one right there. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
The 0-2 goes down looking for the strikeout. Here in Cleveland, bottom of the fourth, Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And down on strikes. And there's one down.
For the Guardians, the shortstop, Rlhske57.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul.
Nope, that's in.
Late on that fastball. Out towards right center field. 2 away. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. He's already homered in this game. This one in the air center field. Barossa on the move. And the inning is over. Back now at at Progressive Field. We go to the top of the fifth. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
And, of course, sometimes you need to be patient as an offense and let the pitcher come to you, but you can't argue with the game plan they're using in this one.
High fly ball, right field. And there's one away. Marte, 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one ripped right center field. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it one-hops the wall. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Vargas in the box now, takes strike 1.
Ball.
And a count 1 and 2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Here comes Marte around third. He will score, and they take the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Next offering is fouled back. Got him. 2 gone. Here's Nolan Arenado. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Ramirez sends it to first. They limit the damage here. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Kyle Mansardo.
Ball, that's up.
Into the outfield, base hit. And they have their first hit since the second inning. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
No, that's low.
Missed.
Ball. All right.
And that's
Ball,
a little bit
that's high.
And a count 2-1.
That's
Just
a ball.
missed. In the air, right field. Carroll gets there. He's under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. He's 0 for 1.
Here.
Late with the swing there. This one smacked out to left center. That's a base hit. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Up next for the Guardians, catcher, Bone Taylor.
No, that's inside.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. A 3-run shot, and they take the lead. It's 5-3. say Altuve up to hit here. 1 for 2. The new pitcher in the game, Brandon Falk.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
That one found hard the other way. Already 3 runs across in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Tracks it down for the out. 2 down. Here's Jose Ramirez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Yeah, that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street.
No, that's out.
Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Here's a 1-1.
That's the ball.
Altuve leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swinging a foul straight back. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Ball.
In the air out towards right center. Barrosa on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that will end the inning.
Just move. No fear when we step up the gear, so move. Just move. On top of the game, unstoppable. Hard work campaign, gotta power through.
Back here in Cleveland, all set for the top of the 6th. Jorge Barrosa stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Throws to first in time. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
In the air, left field. Quan under it. And makes the grab. And that is that. Well, we go bottom 6. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jackson Merrill.
You know, these Guardians doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say they've only chased at pitches outside the zone a little more than 10% of the time, which is excellent.
1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Guardians, first baseman, Kyle Manzardo.
And that one hammered. Carrying well. Adios, Pelota. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they add a run. It's 6-3. Stepping up for the Guardians, Andy Pajes. That's out to center field. And a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
The 0-1. Hit on the ground, might be two. There's one. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. Here in Cleveland, we go to the top of the 7th. Rlhske Jr. stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Gurriel gets a piece. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day.
Up next to the Diamond.
The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Colin Holderman. He's into the game with the bases empty. Just missed. On the ground, right side. The tag, and he's out. Here's Ketel Marte.
The Diamondbacks. Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. That one to first. Into the outfield, base hit.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Ground ball right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Up next to the Diamondbacks.
Here's Adley Rutschman. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. On the ground to short, Adames. They take the force out, and the inning is over. Back now at Progressive Field, set for the last half of the 7th. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians.
That's down. That's a ball.
The 1-1. And a foul ball. In the air, left field. 1 away. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. Gone! Big Dog's gotta eat. He circles the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 7-3. 1 down. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. And a base hit up the middle. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Guardians. Third baseman,
Part of the order coming through now.
Stephen Oker comes on now.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Foul ball.
No, ball.
Just
That's
missed.
the ball.
And now he'll
Time
ask
out.
for time and step out of the box. Check swing, but he went too far. That is strike 2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's 2 down.
The shortstop, Rlhske57.
On the ground.
That's a
And
foul ball.
foul ball. The 0-1. That's in
Yeah.
there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. 0-2 now. Runner on the go. There's a
No,
ball.
that's out.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. This to third, Arenado. And that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. Back here in Cleveland, we're in the top of the eighth. Here's Nolan Arenado. In the air, right field. Pajes towards the line. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, center fielder Jorge Barrosa.
Foul ball there. Here's 0-1 to the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap.
That one is absolutely belted, and it one-hops the wall.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. You put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice.
Base hit, and a run comes in.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Here's Gurriel, 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Merrill in position. Brings it in. Both runners tagging. Both runners able to move up a base, so it'll be second and third with 2 gone. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that is out of play.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at-bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
They limit the damage here. Here in Cleveland, stepping up for the Guardians, Jackson Merrill. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Gurriel settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's one down.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Out to center. And there are 2 down. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it's fouled away.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Got him looking. Guardians go down in order. Back now at Progressive Field. We go to the 9th. Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. 0-2 now. Stays alive. That hit him.
That hit him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter Omar Vargas.
Check swing, no appeal. Ball 1. Forced foul off to the left and out of play.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Out towards right center field. Pajes ranging into the alley. And there's one away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Rlhske57. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Fly ball down the line. And it's a foul ball, but it had the distance. 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. That one well upstairs. Ball 1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Got a pretty ugly until that at bat, so a little sigh of relief there. Once again, a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
They're down to their final strike.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Williams with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4.
No, well, man, I'm just swinging shit, trying to get the goddamn game over with. Man, shit. Nah, I kept chasing shit though. That's what it is. Guessing wrong with the damn pitches. Hey, I'm guessing the wrong damn pitches. Hey, but good game, though. I'll see you again. Make sure you take your Bible with you when you go. No, you need the Bible. I ain't said your daughter. I said you need it. Bring your ass back to earth. Shit. We still got a game left. All right, y'all. Let me get off and go cook. Be back.